Democratic Republic of the Congo, or DRC, receives infusion of humanitarian assistance to cope with Ebola. Through its Agency for International Development, or USAID, the United States has gifted more than $7.5 million to help contain the outbreak of a new strain of the virus in the western part of the country. The funds are in addition to contributions from other U.S. government agencies and private donors. The United States, a shining world leadership award for Compassion Laureate, has provided almost $350 million through USAID since August 2018 for countering Ebola in the DRC and neighboring countries. The money is used to continue educating the public about prevention, maintain treatment facilities, deploy rapid response teams to remote areas, and support Ebola survivors. Our heartfelt gratitude to the United States. Your generosity is a beacon of hope for humanity in the unconditional grace of heaven.
New study shows common cold may prepare people for more dangerous viruses. In humans and other vertebrates, helper T cells are essential components of the adaptive immune system that the body develops to defend against specific bacteria, viruses, and other pathogens. Researchers in Berlin, Germany were surprised to find that 35% of the healthy individuals they tested already had helper T cells capable of recognizing fragments of the COVID-19 virus. The scientists theorized that previous exposure to coronaviruses that cause seasonal colds may help protect the public from more serious illnesses, but this cross-reactivity will need to be further examined in future studies. Outstanding work, German researchers! We are encouraged by your findings and pray that advancements in medicine will be accompanied by growing compassion for all beings.
Government prescribes trees to remedy citizens' lonesomeness. The Israel Nature and Parks Authority, or INPA, works to maintain green spaces and heritage sites while encouraging the public to participate in the process. At the beginning of summer 2020, the country experienced a new surge in coronavirus infections, reinforcing the need for people to practice social distancing. INPA launched a social media campaign encouraging the public to spend time outdoors and hug trees to help with overcoming feelings of isolation. Ulrich Steinfeld, the agency's marketing manager, said, "In this unpleasant corona period, we recommend to people around the world to go out to nature, take a deep breath, hug a tree, express your love, and get love." Our hearts are warmed, Ulrich Steinfeld and Israel Nature and Parks Authority, for making such a wonderful recommendation. May we all remember the blessings from flora and fauna in nurturing celestial lights.
Koreans reap the benefits of low-emission transit. In accordance with the countrywide Green Mobility Initiative, the city of Seoul is preparing to add even more electric buses to its public transportation fleet before the end of the year. The city trialed electric vehicles in November 2018 with a view to reducing diesel exhaust and improving air quality, and proceeded to acquire its first 135 alternative coaches in 2019. The first half of 2020 saw the purchase of another 226, and now the goal is to have a total of 392 electric buses on the roads by 2021. The government estimates that each bus can save $10,500 per year in energy costs. Other benefits include lower greenhouse gas emissions, diminished maintenance costs, and fewer healthcare expenses. Bravo, Seoul, Korea! May your wise leadership serve as an example for other cities to follow in heaven's abiding care.
Emergency accommodations extended for homeless population in Victoria, Australia. In the spring of 2020, the early days of COVID-19, capital cities around Australia mobilized to get rough sleepers off the streets and into vacancies at hotels, motels, and student housing. In Melbourne, more than 2,000 individuals without a fixed residence were offered shelter until the end of July. In response to the unexpected duration of the pandemic, the state pledged to extend the program until next April. This will not only help limit the risk of infection, but will give people a chance to rebuild their lives. The Honorable Daniel Andrews, Premier of Victoria, voiced optimism that the government's novel approach may lead to a permanent solution for homelessness. Our delighted appreciation, Premier Andrews and the State of Victoria. May your compassion and care for the less fortunate awaken more souls to the all-embracing love of God.
Study predicts decarbonization would create millions of jobs. The International Labour Organization and the Inter-American Development Bank have released a report on how Latin America and the Caribbean would benefit from a net-zero emissions economy. As people leave meat diets behind and embrace plant-based ones, there would be increased employment available in low-carbon agriculture, vegan food production, and ecotourism. By 2030, this would add up to 15 million net new jobs being created, which the region needs to support a sustainable recovery from the coronavirus pandemic. Smallholders and family farmers growing high-quality fruits and vegetables would not only reduce greenhouse gas emissions, but also provide healthier diets for the general population. Our sincere compliments, International Labour Organization and Inter-American Development Bank. We pray that all planetary citizens will appreciate your eye-opening assessment and soon regain their comfort and joy in the benevolence of the divine.
Tiger conservation efforts are starting to pay off. In Western Thailand, the country's Department of National Parks, Wildlife and Plant Conservation partnered with the Zoological Society of London and wildcat non-profit organization Panthera to keep track of and protect Indo-Chinese tigers. For the first time in 4 years, specially installed remote cameras have recorded photos and videos of new felines roaming the area. Preservationists from all three groups are encouraged that the species may be able to avoid extinction. The infrequency of the sightings indicates that population density is still low, and the key to the endangered animals' comeback will be zero tolerance for poaching activity of any kind. Thailand is a shining World Leadership Award for Good Governance laureates. Way to go, Thailand and dedicated partners. May we soon see a world where all wild animals flourish anew in rehabilitated habitats that sustain precious biodiversity in celestial splendor.